Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about Joe Biden and sales. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 8th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Tonin de Okane o Mori ni suru no wa yamemashou. And my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and even better, thrive in business. I want you to 1, sell more and do it more easily. 2, exceed your targets. In fact, let's blow up your targets. Number 3, make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tachijin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 397. Today we're talking about Joe Biden couldn't sell his message, and what about you? Watching Joe Biden destroy himself during the debate with Donald Trump was painful. He was appealing to the American voting public, that is to say, around 68% of voters based on the 2020 numbers, a then record turnout. This type of debate is similar to closing the sale in business. We have to outline why what we are doing is good for the client and why they should choose us over the alternatives. Polling, surveys, focus groups, etc. provide politicians with insights into the needs of the voters, and they construct their close on that basis. We do the same, except that we do research on the firm, the industry sector, the individuals we're meeting to build up a picture of who we are dealing with. By the way, in today's world, they are doing the same to us. Are you satisfied with what they'll find out about you? I digress. We then ask a series of questions to better illuminate what the buyer needs. Once we have zoomed in on what they require and have internally confirmed we have what they need, then we explain our proposition and go in for the close to get their agreement to make us their preferred solution provider. Joe Biden couldn't close a sale because of the way he communicated his message. His low energy didn't convey conviction or confidence. In sales, we have to be careful to not come across as a pushy salesperson, hell-bent on getting the required revenues to make our monthly targets. We have to have conviction, energy, confidence, without it being pushed too hard. Japanese buyers do not react well to being pushed. One reason is that they are rarely the sole decision maker, and harassing them to buy is pointless. The decision will go through many people before it is resolved one way or another. What we can do, though, is to communicate the details of how the solution will work well inside their company and the benefits they will get, which they are not enjoying today. There is a line between enthusiasm and pushy. We have to tread on the correct side of that line. Sales is the transfer of enthusiasm as an old saw, and it is true. We need to convey the belief that what we are offering will be the best thing for this buyer. If we can fire up an interlocutor, they'll be primed to sell our ideas inside the company and bring on board the other sections who will be impacted by this buying decision. We will probably never meet these people, so our champion has to be our communication mouthpiece to spread the good word about what we are proposing. One way to fire up our champion is to provide them with a lot of data, proof, statistics, testimonials, etc. Japanese buyers are, I would say, the most risk-averse group on the planet. So we have to come packing evidence. We expect them to go to bat for us. Find out more. Come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, and we also have custom in-house programs as well as both in Japanese and English. We do classes in our super safe classroom and we do them live online. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 12th and 13th September, our High Impact Presentations course. Also on the 13th September, have our 12-week version of our Dale Carnegie course. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday Tokyo time. Fridays we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs right up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget to grab my business best-selling books on Japan on Amazon. Japan Sales Mastery, which is Saegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni suru no wa yamemashou. And my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery. And all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. I think Biden should have destroyed Trump in that debate because he is the incumbent and has the numbers to support the policies he's introduced. When I see video of other politicians like California Governor Gavin Newsom or Senator Bernie Sanders in action, they are machines on the numbers. And that is what Biden should have done as well. In our case, when we are talking to buyers, we have to be coming with numbers too. Claims are easy, but where is the proof? Is what the buyer is thinking, and we have to provide that answer. Storytelling should be seated on top of the numbers. Buyers have trouble recalling stats, but we're all pretty good on recalling stories. Being able to assemble the numbers and then weave them into a convincing story is one of the key skills in sales. That story should feature where the solution has created value for another client, very similar to this one. Being able to explain how the other client converted the solution we provided into tangible benefits is what the buyer wants to know in Japan, because no one wants to be the guinea pig. They like to see others take the risk of the new, and then they can safely follow in behind and get the value without the fear of it turning out to be a dud. Biden blew the close, and as salespeople, we have to make sure we are not replicating that meltdown. We need to understand how to communicate value in a way which is easily accessible to the Japanese buyer. My own failures as a salesperson can usually be traced back to poor ability to muster a compelling and convincing argument as to why they should stop just using their current suppliers and start using me as well, or preferably instead. We see a Biden failure replay, but do we reflect well enough on ourselves and our own communication abilities and sales? There's always good practice to go back to the basics, back to the drawing board, and rework what we say and how we say it for the buyers. Just doing the same old is what got Biden into trouble. He needed to rise to the occasion, but he couldn't. What about us? Let's make sure we are fully prepped and capable of delivering a powerful, convincing message to convert buyers into lifetime clients. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, ruler, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.